Jake, my man, I gotta be honest with you. You're out here on this crazy alien planet trying to fit in with these big blue guys, right? And I get it. You've got a lot on your plate. New body, new planet. And hey, I know you used to be a Marine, so you're used to some wild stuff. But even I gotta say, this is a whole new level of wild. But here's the thing. You're trying to be something you're not. Human. Navi. What are you really? I've seen people struggle with identity before. Remember Peter? That guy denied me 3 times before the rooster even had a chance to wake up. But guess what? Even after all that confusion and fear, he became a rock-solid dude. Moral of the story? Identity crises aren't new. You just have to own who you are, wherever you are, even on Pandora. Look at this place though, huh? I gotta say, Pandora's got some vibes. Eden-level scenery, no doubt about it. You've got floating mountains, giant trees that glow. Honestly, I'm impressed. Even I'm thinking, wow, this is creation on steroids. But you're not just here for the view, Jake. There's something bigger going on. You can feel it, can't you? Let me ask you something. You've got this whole new body thing going on. You can run again, you can fight, you've got powers, okay, cool. But why do you feel like something's still missing? What's the void, Jake? You've got the legs, the height, and the hair, but what are you really chasing? Is it freedom or is it something deeper, a sense of purpose? Trust me, I've seen a lot of people get caught up in the outside stuff, power, strength, glory, all that jazz. I had to remind my own disciples over and over, the kingdom isn't what you see, it's what you believe. Jake, it's not about the body or even this planet. It's about who you choose to be and what you choose to stand for. So, question is, what's the mission, Jake? Are you here just to hang out with Neytiri and avoid your old life, or are you going to step up? Remember, I was sent on a mission too. Now, my mission didn't involve giant alien birds and riding around in cool sci-fi bodies, but it did involve bringing hope to a pretty tough crowd. And guess what? Most of the time, the people around me didn't get it. Kinda like the Navi looking at you wondering, what's this guy doing here? Sound familiar? Look, Jake, life's a lot like Pandora. It's unpredictable, wild and full of challenges, but that's the beauty of it. The real question isn't whether you'll survive, because let's face it, you've survived worse, like that whole wheelchair thing back on Earth. Nah, the real question is, what will you become through all of this? You're on a hero's journey, man. And every hero has that moment where they question everything. Frodo had his doubts about carrying the ring. Luke Skywalker didn't even know what the Force was for half the movie. But like them, you're here to do something big. And that means embracing the uncertainty, the struggle, and yes, even the fact that you're still figuring it out. That's okay. You know, I had my doubts too. People think I just floated around preaching, no sweat. But let me tell you, when you're staring down a cross, it's a real, wait, what am I doing moment? And that's exactly where you are, Jake. You're standing at the crossroads of your life, looking at this new path, wondering if you're up for the challenge. And I'm here to tell you, you are. Now, I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. You've got humans wrecking the planet, greedy corporations, and you've got your own baggage. Oh yeah, I know about that. But look, if I could handle crowds trying to stone me for healing on the Sabbath, you can handle a few bad guys in mech suits, all right? So here's what we're gonna do. You and me, we're gonna dig deep. We're gonna figure out what's really driving you. Because the sooner you stop running from yourself, the sooner you start running towards who you're meant to be. And trust me, Jake, once you figure that out, well, the sky's the limit. All right, Jake, we've got some ground to cover, literally and figuratively. You're dealing with a lot right now. Humans trying to destroy Pandora, your loyalty split between 2 worlds, and not to mention Neytiri. I know, she's awesome. But you've got to remember, your journey isn't just about romance or war. It's about finding out who you really are in here. Look at me. I had fishermen, tax collectors, and even zealots in my squad. All of them were different, but each had something unique to offer. You? You're a Marine turned avatar, but there's something inside you that goes deeper than any soldier or warrior. You've got purpose. The trick is, you've got to let it come out. Right now, you're like an unfinished sculpture, rough around the edges. But trust me, with time and faith, you'll be a masterpiece. You know, I once compared my followers to vines. I am the vine, you are the branches, all that. This question mark, this is next level. Look at this tree, man. It's glowing, it's alive, and every leaf is connected to something greater, just like you. Everything's connected, Jake. You, Neytiri, the Na'vi, even the humans. Sure, they're messing things up right now, but believe it or not, there's still hope for them. There's hope for everyone. I know you're feeling the weight of leadership. Trust me, I know what that's like. You've got people looking up to you, expecting you to have all the answers. But guess what? Even I didn't always have all the answers. There were times when I had to step back and let things unfold. Sometimes you lead by just being there for people, by giving them hope. And hope? It's a powerful thing. It can move mountains, or in your case, it can inspire a whole planet. Look, you don't have to be perfect. You don't even have to have it all figured out. When I was on Earth, my followers were a mess half the time. Peter was always jumping into things without thinking. James and John wanted to call down fire from heaven on people. And Thomas, oh, don't get me started on Thomas. That guy doubted me until I showed him the holes in my hands. The point is, being a leader doesn't mean having everything together. It means showing up. You're here, Jake. That's what matters. Wow. You've got flying dragons here. That's wild. Anyway, back to you. Jake, you've got this internal battle, trying to be both Na'vi and human, and it's tearing you apart. Let me let you in on something. When I was on Earth, I had to balance being fully human and fully divine. Talk about a balancing act, right? But here's the thing. I didn't reject either side. I embraced both. And that's what you've got to do. You're not just one thing, you're both, and that's what makes you strong. And I know you're doubting yourself right now. That voice in your head saying, I'm not good enough, I'm just a soldier, I can't lead these people. Yeah, I've heard that before. Moses said the same thing. That guy had a speech problem, tried to dodge the job I gave him, and still ended up leading a whole nation out of slavery. So, what's your excuse? You've got legs that work now, you've got the respect of the Na'vi, and you've got Neytiri by your side. You've got all the tools. You just need to stop doubting yourself. You know what doubt really is, Jake? It's fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear that you're not enough. But fear doesn't have to control you. I faced down my fears in the desert for 40 days, with nothing but wild animals and temptation for company. Trust me, if I can handle that, you can handle this. Your fears? They're just speed bumps on the road to greatness. Now let's talk about the battle ahead. You're gearing up for war, and I get it. You're worried about whether you'll win. But here's the thing, Jake. Victory isn't always about winning the fight. It's about standing for something. I stood for love, justice, and truth, even when the odds were stacked against me. And let's be honest, when you're nailed to a cross, things don't look too promising. But in the end, the victory came, just not in the way people expected. So don't get too hung up on how things look right now. And remember this, sometimes the battles we face aren't about us. They're about the people we inspire. You're not just fighting for Pandora or the Na'vi. You're fighting for everyone who comes after you, the future generations. Just like I wasn't there just for the people in front of me, but for all of humanity. So think big, Jake. You're not just leading a tribe, you're shaping a legacy. So, what are you waiting for? You've got everything you need right in front of you. You're Jake Sully, leader of the Na'vi. You've faced worse odds before, and look where you are now, alive, stronger than ever, and with a purpose that runs deeper than you know. It's time to stop second-guessing yourself and start owning who you are. You've got a battle to win, but more importantly, you've got a mission to fulfill. You've got this. And when you start to doubt, remember, I'm watching. And if I can rise after 3 days, you can rise to the occasion here on Pandora. You've got this, Jake. And when the pressure's on, just remember, diamonds are made under pressure. So what's a little resistance? You've already been through so much. The hard part? That's just polishing you into something brilliant. Neytiri sees it in you. The Na'vi see it in you. And I see it in you too.